So guys, what I thought was going to be a routine sandbar timing belt job turned into something a little bit extra. This truck sat for about a year before the customer brought it to me, and it sat a couple of months here at my farm before I could get on it. Well, went through all of the normal setup for getting ready to do a timing belt water pump job on this truck, go through, do a full inspection, see what else it needs. And we found some rodent damage, and it's going to complicate things just a little bit. With that said, let's jump into the video. So guys, here's a pretty familiar sight for most of you that have followed the channel and keep up with my content on the Subaru sandbar and the EN07 engine. We were doing a time belt water pump job, as I said at the beginning of the video, and ran into some issues. Mainly right up here, as you can see, the evidence of some rodents. Do a little bit of a pan up, and you can see the wiring damage. So what we've got here is a wiring repair, and some of it I really can't repair. Let me see if I can get you down in here. But we've got the wiring harness here severed, and a harness over here that you can't really see severed. We also have a pigtail here with a yellow and a black wire that are messed up. They are for the air solenoid, idle or fuel mixture solenoid, I believe, and shutoff solenoid on the carb. They're really messed up. One of the wires for that one wire solenoid is completely flush at the back. Don't think I can repair that. I'm going to have to order that solenoid. Might have to order this one. Probably can repair it. Then over here we've got a wire to the oil pressure sensor, and a wire, I believe, to engine coolant temp sensor. I believe that snakes around up here and goes down here to the engine coolant sensor right here. So we got quite a bit of wiring to deal with, is what we got. This is the two black wires spliced into one, and the yellow wire from this harness here where it went across. And then we got these two wires here recovered. I believe one of those is the wire for the air mixture solenoid, one's for that shutoff solenoid. So probably gonna have to order those, get that from Amayama. We talked about Amayama before about getting JDM parts for these Japanese market only vehicles. Amayama and JapanParts.com are the two main sites I get parts from. But yeah, you can see the evidence of those rodents, little acorns and stuff. You can see it down here too. Well, it's also wet down here because we got another issue, and that is a coolant leak. Let me see if I can get you in here to see this a little bit better. So we've got a hose back here, as you can see, with some bite marks in it. And we got some coolant down here puddled up. We're quite low on coolant. Hopefully there's no head gasket or overheat issue, but definitely need that hose as well. So there's that wiring harness that's bit off or maimed, and you can see that harness goes to this. You got that pigtail there. Then you got that solenoid up there with one strand of wire hanging out of it, and then the little edge of that yellow wire right there. Those two wires go into that connector. Those wires go into this harness here where it connects. So got to figure that out, and we've got to do the regular time belt water pump service. Now this truck is a 96 if I recall correctly, and it's very low kilometers. It's super clean, which you wouldn't know looking at what we're looking at, but you see here it's a very clean truck, very clean on the inside. 46,509 kilometers. So I'll put the math on the screen, but I think that's like 28,000 miles, something like that. Super clean little truck coming to us from, I believe, Huntersville, North Carolina. So we've got everything torn down, assessed everything. I've already talked to the owner about the damage I found here and what we're going to do about this. Like I said, the water pump, or the time belt's going to replace, but I'm pretty sure the water pump tensioner and those components are factory. I can see a little bit of writing on the belt, and there was a sticker on the timing belt cover, as you see there. So it was serviced sometime in the past since leaving the factory in Japan. But I've got my big old stockpile of sandbar parts here. Pretty sure I've got at least 2, maybe 3 time belt water pump component kits in here all together. We've got distributor caps, tune-up stuff, spark plug wires, valve cover gasket, exhaust manifold gaskets, water pumps here, various seals, O-rings, things of that nature, sets of NGK spark plug wires, all that stuff. So got to go through, do an itemized quote with parts for the customer on the regular tune-up with plugs, wires, distributor cap, rotor, all that stuff, cam crank seal, timing belt, tensioner, water pump, coolant, thermostat, and then we got to price out that coolant hose in there, maybe the 2 solenoids. I know I at least have to get the one, that one I might be able to repair, and then repair the wiring here. And I looked that up on Amiyama a little bit ago, and not sure if that'll come through, but coming out of Osaka, we've got one valve at $71, one at $51, and the hoses a little over $6. So got to figure out how quickly we can get that from Japan, what shipping charges will be, and add a little bit of money on the parts for my, my cut of parts markup. But thermostat, I'm pretty sure we got. They're really easy to get to. This is probably the easiest access I've had using the little DJI Osmo Pocket 3 here, where I can really get in here and show you guys the thermostat housing. But I think we might want to do transmission, service, not exactly sure all. We'll go through and check all that out with the owner of the truck, get into that later. But as I said, overall, a very clean little sandbar. It is a super deluxe. We got lots of stickerage, if that's a word, on here. A lot of things from Japan on it, but overall pretty clean. Doesn't look like it's got a cam cover leak, so it probably shouldn't need to put a gasket on it. These are original plug wires, so probably going to put a set of wires. We'll pull the distributor cap off, see if there's any carbon tracking or anything in there build up where it looks like it's probably time to do a tune up there. But overall, it runs fairly well. This is a non-air conditioned truck. Our mount down here that's bad about separating looks like it's in fairly good condition, so shouldn't have to worry about that. And not really seeing any oil leaks here. We're pretty dry on the crossover pipe. That little bit of splatter there is from some penetrating fluid getting the EGR pipe loose. This being a 96 did have EGR, so we got to get that loose to get the timing cover off on these. The ones I've done in the past were older and did not have the EGR provisions there. So yeah, a quick, easy, routine timing belt service and tune-up became a little bit more and a little bit more expensive due to some squirrels, mice, etc. And those of you with other Subaru models or Hondas or some of the other Japanese manufactured vehicles might have had issues with rodents and rodent damage in your vehicles, because it's becoming a common issue with manufacturers using soy-based wiring protection. Now this sandbar does not have that issue. This is just a little squirrel, mouse, something that decided to nest up in here and go for a chewing fit, just because of the way that this tray sits in here for where the AC compressor should be. It's a nice little home, especially when the vehicle is sitting for quite a while. And we're probably going to go ahead and get a replacement V-belt as well. It's not horrible, but it is showing some wear and a little bit rough around the edges. But there you go, guys. Didn't feel like doing a full DIY how-to on this. We've done plenty of those in the past that you can check on the channel. I'll try to leave some links to those videos, step-by-step, doing time belt water pump. This was just a little bit different, and I wanted to show you that rodent damage in this one, and just show a little workaround of the truck, and just have a video for the owner to check out as well. So night is starting to fall on me. Basically got the wiring harness repaired. We got a patch in there from the wire that was bit out. We got a patch in here and a patch in here. We'll be hooking this back together, rewrapping a loom on it, and we should be good to go. We just got to figure out those 2 solenoids. I should be able to repair the one wire because there is a little bit of it out where I can go and de-pin this connector and probably get onto that. But this one being just a one wire sensor, I don't think I'll be able to fix it with it being broke off flush, but we will see. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.